Hi, hello, sleepyheads. Welcome to Sleepy Hollow Express. Today we're here to discuss Season 3, Episode 13, Dark Mirror. We're going to go over our top 5, but first let me introduce myself. I am Denise, and my lovely partner in crime is Mary. Mary, go ahead and say hi. So Mary's going to give us our first on the list of our top 5.
Oh man, there was so much in this episode. I want to just talk about the whole thing, like scene by scene, but we're going to try to stick to 30 minutes.
Well, you already know what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Ichabbie, but I'll go ahead and be quiet now.
No. Me too. Like, I'm all about the Ichabbie. I'm trying to save it for the end. But I want to talk about it.
I know, I hardly can say it myself. You know what? I feel like we should apologize because there was no Dannaby this time.
Okay.
Sorry, Mary.
Okay, you know what? Let's talk about what didn't happen in the episode. Because, number 1, there was no Betsy Ross. Number 2, Abby wasn't in the FBI. Like, there was no Danny. There was no Sophie. Like, this was just like a team witness episode, which I kind of liked it, you know?
I did too. I love it when it's team witness.
Yeah, I really did like that. Speaking of team witness, I like how they're like cross-friending right now. Like Ichabod and Joenny and like Joe and Abby. Man,
yes.
It's like, what was it? The first episode of season 2 when Ichabod and Joenny are working together to save Abby, and they're like trying to drive the ambulance, and Ichabod doesn't know how to drive. Like, that was like my heart. They're my bro TP. I love them so much. And you know, she's like, "Let me teach you a new word, mimosa." And Crane's like, yes. Oh my God. He's the best. I love them.
Okay. But I love the Joe and Abby scene. I was like, oh my God, they're so cute. The in-laws are like,
oh my God.
They're laughing. She's joking. He's like, yeah. And they're just having a good time. I loved it.
One thing that I do like about the Ichagen, I'm just making that up. I don't know if there's like a ship name for Ichabod and Joenny, but like they can each see through Abby. They both know that something's going on, and they both know that they want to do something about it. So they're working together, the sister and the husband, or you know, partner, whatever. they're soulmates, okay?
Yes, I agree.
I look at our feels, completely inside of our feelings. Anyway, so they decided they're gonna, you know, try to get the information out of Abby. And man, the monster this week was so great. Like, I feel like these last few episodes have just been so fun. Dr. Leeds was the monster of the week, and of course Ichabod knew him in the 17th.
I told you Crane always has the answers. Like,
wait, I thought you were about to say something, so I stopped talking.
Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, he's a scientist. He hates Benjamin Franklin, but you know what? Up until this episode, so did Crane. So that was a weird plot twist where he's like, I work for the greatest genius in America. And I was like, you just called him a blowhard? Like,
right?
Many episodes ago. Like, anyway, he does weird animal experiments and ended up turning himself into a half goat, half snake. Oh no, a third goat, third scorpion. It's got a scorpion tail, guys. That was actually some pretty good CG for Sleepy Hollow. It didn't look so fake. I was pretty glad.
I wasn't as scared of him though. I don't know why, but he didn't look as scary as some of the other monsters.
Oh no. He still looked like a person with horns.
Right. Because normally I'm like, no.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, even last week, the skeleton weird dude.
The ghoul or whatever it was. No.
I mean, I loved it, but I hated looking at him.
Exactly. It looked terrible.
Now, this guy Leeds. He is basically a genius. Too bad he's obsessed with the hidden one, Pandora's husband, which I thought Abby was too, and that kind of scared me when she found the symbol in his laboratory. I was like, oh god.
I was just like, oh, she must all of that evil, and then she was in the then when they went in to talk about how the catacombs was his lair.
Yeah.
All that time I was like, oh, she must be possessed by the evil that was trapped in the box. Well, we've been saying that for a while, but I think they were hinting more at it in this episode.
Yeah, it seems like they were using that to scare us when it seems like she was just using that symbol because she saw it and used it as an anchor. And see, I don't know. I feel like they're trying to trick us.
Yeah, she's using it as a crutch, but I don't know if she's willingly using it as a crutch or if it's actually calling to her. Because when she said, "You saved me," I guess it was because it was something for her to focus on, something for her to think about or to have close to her, because she couldn't have Crane or Jenny or basically anyone. She was stuck in solitude, but I'm not sure. I still think she's possessed. I don't know.
Yeah, I really can't decide because, man. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
A couple things I wanted to talk about Leeds. He made the first projector. It's like the idea of a record, because that wax cylinder had the, you ran over it, and it could make music like a record, except this one projected a picture. And I was like, hold up, like, man, Sleepy Hollow with the history here. Like, that was so cool. Who comes up with this stuff? I love them.
I love that too. She's like, and he created the first projector before it was even done. And I'm like, he did.
Not only was Leeds a genius, but he was also petty.
He was like, you should have came and worked for me after after you were worn out. I was like, what? He was throwing all kinds of shade and just jabs at Ichabod. I was just like, okay, all right, Dr. Leeds, I see you.
That actually made me laugh. And like, he's making his lightning rod thing to melt the gold down, turn it to sand, to send it back to the hidden one. And he's like, who's the better scientist now, Benjamin? And I was like,
what? He's not even here to defend himself.
Ooh. Anyway, I mean, that's kind of all I had on Leeds. I mean, they kill him. He was just the monster of the week. He's not coming back. I really liked him though.
I did too. I enjoyed him.
Yeah,
while he was here. Too bad he's gone. Well, I don't know if I'm sad that he's gone, but
yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit sad. He was really funny.
Yeah, he was funny and he was fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. And Tom Myson had really good chemistry together.
They did. They did. I agree with that.
All right. So he is obsessed with the hidden one. So let's move on to Pandora and the hidden one. The movie that he made was about their origin, which I feel like when we first met Pandora, I was interested in her origin. And now that I don't know. I don't know how interested I am in her anymore.
I liked it. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I was glad they basically gave us that information because I was like, we were going week after week, and they were just giving up us bits and like rationing out the information. And I'm like, okay, well, how is we were still having a monster of the week, and they were just using them to conjure up monsters. But I mean, I feel like this week they were a solid part of the plot.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed their origin story. They had a little cute little love story in there going on, but
Oh yeah, and he finally decided that he loved her this week. Last,
yeah.
2 weeks ago, he was all like, "Love is a weakness," and I can't have anybody, and that's fine with me because they're just a crutch and they're holding me back. And then he's like, "My love," I'm like,
Right. I was all afraid for her life because he was like, yeah, I'm not going to let love get in the way.
"Exactly."
And he was like, and you going to suffer just like I suffer if you want to be
Right.
equal.
That was
I
awesome.
was like, okay, all right. She might not live too long.
But I'll tell you this. Now, even though they defeated Leeds, they killed him, Abby and Ichabod did, he still managed to melt that gold down and send it to the Hidden One. So now he's put it together in the timepiece with the sands of time.
And I'm like, look how that works out. Even though you die, he still gets everything he wanted. All he wanted from you was to get the hourglass going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
So that means that he is probably going to be coming back to his full power. He just needs a couple more monsters, which there are only 5 more episodes left. So I'm thinking that they're going to end with a pretty big cliffhanger where he comes to power, or they either kill him and they're like, what now?
yeah.
So I wonder.
I'm interested to know how they're going to end it.
Did you see pictures from the next episode?
I didn't see pictures. I saw that little clip about Joe. I was like, no, what?
I know.
She was like, take on your true form. I'm
like, is that the Wendigo? Is he gonna be the Wendigo?
yeah.
Like, I can't. I loved him as the Wendigo, not gonna lie.
I did too, but I'm just all into Joe being, a part of the team now. So I don't want him to be bad.
Well, it's not that he's bad. He just doesn't. He's not human when he's a Wendigo.
He kills people. Right?
Yeah.
Like, am I missing?
No, I'm just saying he can't control himself. So
right. So I mean, that makes you bad.
I'm sorry. I just don't want to think of him as bad, like ever.
I know, he's so sweet. Can we talk about Joenny?
Well, that's actually number 4 on my top 5. Before we get there, would you like to tell everybody where they can find you?
Oh, sure. They can find me at Forever Sam Sadie's
On the Twitter.
on Twitter, and that's the number 4.
That's right.
And ever is spelled out like EVER.
Not ever.
Not ever.
That's good to know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm at Simply the Worst because I'm the worst. Actually, I was going to start this Twitter and just retweet really bad tweets. And then I decided to make it a fan account. So I really like that name, Simply the Worst, because I'm trash. So it's fine. So the B plot, while Abby and Ichabod were problem solving, I really like that they were problem solving together again. We'll get there. I'm sorry. The last half of this whole thing is just going to be Ichabbie. Get ready.
Thank you.
The B plot of this episode is Joe and Jenny. One thing I did notice at the beginning with Joe, Jenny, and Ichabod cooking brunch, is that Jenny had no problem throwing Joe's money at Ichabod's problem.
Right? Thank you.
Yeah, she was like, oh, so you need an immigration lawyer? Joe's got money. We'll hire the best. And so then they come home because she's ready to, have a afternoon.
A moment. It has to be PG.
A nap. She's like, yeah, we need a nap, whatever a nap is. I tweeted at them. I was like, nap, really? And Zach Koppelman liked my tweet. So I'm like, yes. Anyway. And she opens the door to her trailer and it's flooded. There's something broken. Like, everything is broken in that thing. It's run down. It's super old. And then later in the episode, she runs home to get something for Abby for the case. And Joe has this gigantic red bow, putting it on a brand new trailer for her.
Okay, can I just say, I was like, oh, he bought her a house. I thought that was so cute and romantic. And she was just like, oh, no, you didn't.
No.
She was freaking out about him.
I thought it was good, but I know Jenny. And I was like, ooh, this is not going to go well.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to go well for him. I was like, poor Joe. In my head, because I knew he had messed up. I just thought it was so cute and romantic. I was like, he was like, why not just replace the whole thing? It's all torn down. But I mean, she got that. She wanted to keep her house. She's like, I thought we were just gonna fix some things, right. And I thought that meant a new garbage disposal. Not that you were just gonna trash my house. And
again, he was just like, yeah, this is my flood money. This is the extra money that you're throwing everywhere. Why can't I throw it at you?
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Poor Joe, he suffered for that decision.
Is it just me, or is Joe the sub here? Like,
I do not know what that is, because I am just an innocent, quiet little church mouse. And go ahead.
I mean, he said, yes, ma'am. I mean, come on. Sub. Okay. So, oh, and the best thing about the two of them, he calls her Jay now. I was going to die.
Yeah, that is so cute.
Anyway, so at first I thought I didn't like them, but I love them now. Like, they're the cutest. Most adorable.
They are. They're growing on me more and more. And I'm loving it. That's why I don't want him to be bad.
I've read a couple of synopses of the coming episodes, and something bad happens between them. And they're trying to salvage the relationship.
What?
Yeah, it looks like for one episode they're broken up or something. We'll see. I know. It's so dumb. I hate it when they send stuff out that's like 3 weeks in the future, and I'm like, what's going to happen to them? And I'm like, we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
Okay. See, I don't read spoilers.
Oh, I am only about spoilers. It's only like one episode, because then the next one, what's that, 16? Doesn't even say anything about like them. So.
See, now I'm going to be focused on them breaking up. That's sad. Okay, let's talk about Ichabbie now. Anything to get to the point where...
Okay. All right, so it is now time. It is time for Ichabbie. I would like to say a few things before Denise goes on her rant. Okay, so this took me back to episode 7 of season 1, doing the midnight ride when they're trying to find the silver. Episode 10 of season 2, when they're just like Sherlock and Watson, just like trying to figure out like what's happening, what's going on, solving mysteries, putting puzzles together that leads to, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And when Abby said, when Crane figures out how to open up the lair inside the stove, Abby said, "Hey, I went down first last time."
I know, right? I was with her. I'm like, y'all always going into these tombs. What did I tweet? I said, like, horrors. And he's always like, ladies first. Oh, you may go enter before me, because I took the last one and it wasn't anything nice. Every time I go down into one of these, it's never anything nice. So, no, you go first this time. It's your turn.
That was rough. Because she did go first a couple of times.
Yeah, he's always like, ladies first.
And then, Leeds stings Crane.
Okay. I was so upset. I was like, what?
She's just standing there in a trance, letting him die.
Letting him die. And I'm dying. And I'm like, no, please do something.
Oh, Jesus.
Move, do something. Mix some more potion. You done wasted the last batch.
I'm surprised there's any left.
Thank you. She was like, spilled it all over the floor and just like, oh, shoot, I need to go over here to the medallion or whatever it is and pray or whatever she's doing. But I'm like, Crane is dying and he's calling out to her. I was like,
he used her name.
Yes.
Ugh.
He's like, I need you. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she mixes up the potion or whatever and gives it to him, and then I had to stop, pause, rewind, watch it again. She's like, okay, I gotta save Crane. She's holding him.
I know.
Potion. And then she kisses his head, and I'm like, and Crane has the same reaction that I do. When he comes back to us, he is in a sea of ecstasy. Yes, I said ecstasy. I was like, that reaction was priceless.
He was like, her lips touched my head. I can't die. I have to come back. Because, yeah.
Because I have to have more of this. And we need more of this.
Oh, it's so true.
So much more of this. Okay. So he wakes up and he confronts her about the whole spaz she had when she was spaced out. He's like, okay, wait a minute. I was dying and you were worried about this symbol. Like, what is really going on? So, of course, Abby's like, I need it and I have for a while now. And he's like, I
know, because she said for months, and he's like, yeah. Months. Yeah.
Yeah, he was stuck. And I don't even know, because I was with him like, she should have been told him. Like, she should have told him months ago.
Yeah.
And he would have been able to help. So, which brings us to the scene. I'm skipping ahead, all the way ahead, but I have to. When he comes home.
Okay, this is the important part.
When he comes home and he walks in and he looks at her and he's like, you know what, not today.
Yes.
I'm just going to go ahead and head to my room. And Abby is like, no, wait. Come, don't leave. Just come talk to me. And I was oh my God. So he comes over to the couch and he sits and he was about to touch her, and I'm like, please touch her. But he speaks better of it because I understand there's some things going on that they need to talk about.
He almost touched her.
Yes, I almost died. I was like, I can't. So I'm sorry, we just all in our feels and just having a whole moment.
Completely.
But I was like, oh my God, what is happening right now? So then she asked Crane if he could help her. And I was like, thank you. Because this is what I've been waiting on for the couple of episodes that has been going on in their time, months now. Ask Crane for help because he has the answers. I don't know. Nobody's listening to me. But anyway, at that moment, I was just like, I can die happy now.
What I really loved has been Nicole Bahari's performances in these episodes with Abby like on the edge, you know.
She's been doing such a great job.
Yes, and like how difficult it was for her to just hand that over to him, and he's kind of looking at it and examining it, and she's blurry because his hand is in the forefront. Hashtag hand porn. Anyway, but then when it focuses back on her, she's just looking like her dog just got run over by a car. Like,
I know. Like, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah. Ugh. Ooh. That hurt, man. Sorry.
I just said a whole pause. Like, oh my God. A pause for Abby's pain. Because she was going through a lot.
She still is. I'm glad that Ichabod sees that. And he knows what it is. Because he knows her so well. You know?
And we were wondering if Ichabod was just blind, but when he had his moment with Jenny earlier in the episode, I think we forgot to mention that they knew it was something going on with her, but they were both afraid to talk to her about it because they're like, if we push, she'll just pull away. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we'll just let her work through it. But he didn't think at all that it was something of this magnitude that she was dealing with. He thought maybe, okay, you know, she's just going through the fact that she was there for 10 months by herself. Right. And she's just trying to acclimate herself back into society and whatever. And no, she's like, I don't know if she's possessed though. Like, I'm still confused about that.
Okay, this is like, I don't know if they're trying to trick us and have us think that she had part of the Hidden One's power. That's why she was obsessed with the symbol. Or if she has that PTSD and needed something that was from the catacombs just to hold on to and remember that it happened, you know, just to keep her sane. And so, like, the whole possessed thing was just like a red herring, like it was just a trick. Or if they're tricking us with this, making us think that, okay, she just has PTSD, you know, like.
I don't know. Well, we'll find out in the coming episodes, I'm sure of it.
Oh yeah. I gotta say, I've been really satisfied with season 3. Like, I'm over the moon about it.
Me too, because for one, like I said in previous talks, and I'm saying it all the time, I just love how they've gotten back to the core with the team Witness and Ichabbie just working together. I know that she had the moment where she was trying kind of like shutting him out and dealing with her issue, but still they were like still working together professionally. So I mean, as long as we have some time with them together, I think they work best together. Mm-hmm. I mean, with a little bit of the other members here and there to like kind of like fill in the gaps or whatever
Right.
one may be lacking. But I just love how they're back to the core of them working together. I love it.
Oh, it's so perfect. They're so great together.
Yeah, they are.
Whoever came up with them being separated? Like, season 2 is such a mess. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll move on.
Well, that does it for us this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.